This week, training for Mount Whitney's Mountaineers route continues. After last week's slog up Mount Baldy, I decided this week was going to be a smaller mountain.
Strawberry Peak, which you may remember from my first training hike, although that time I took the standard route. This would be the Mountaineers route, oddly enough, more technical route, except this time, forecast calls for rain.
So I had to do something else instead. Tonight I work till 1 a.m. Tomorrow I have to be at work at 7:40 a.m. Then I work again at 8 p.m. The dreaded super clopin. With a schedule like this, who has time to make silly videos? Actually, I do. I have time. Okay, so here's my plan.
The day begins at 6 a.m. with a 5-mile oceanside bike ride, the last third of which up a black diamond hill. Then I will educate tomorrow's youth with the best possible intentions, followed by a 1-mile swim in a pool you can't piss in because there's no chlorine. Then a 5-mile hike up 1,000 feet of elevation gain, and a 5-mile bike ride back home for a nap.
It's what I call the working man's triathlon, or the try-to-fit-it-in. Get it? You don't get it, do you? All right, I'll post tomorrow to see how it goes.
Welcome to the Try-To-Fit-It-In-Athlon, America's race. A 1-mile swim and 4-mile hike sandwiched by a 10-mile bike ride. And a work day, of course, once you get changed. Welcome to Mr. Devine's class. On the lesson plan for today, aside from just trying to stay awake, of course, are determination, perseverance, grit, fitting in those little pockets of exercise so you can reach your biggest goal, like for me, the top of Mount Whitney.
Just completed a mile swim, did a 5-mile bike ride, now I'm about to get on my 5-mile hike.
Of course, it doesn't hurt living next to one of America's most beautiful state parks, Temescal Gateway Canyon, a short bike ride away from, well, pretty much everything.
This is a walk in the park. I don't know what these triathletes are talking about. This is easy. Don't they do this in their day off? Made it to the top. Skull Rock. They named it Skull Rock after prospector Thomas Skull, whose head, they say, resembled this rock. So they used his last name to... I don't know. It's true.
The hike itself was almost too easy. I spent less time huffing and puffing and more time taking in the scenes of spring, the beauty of the wilderness, only miles away from my home.
Back at the bike, surgery ankle is bothering me a little, but otherwise, feel okay. Another 5 miles home, mostly downhill. Good to go.
That concludes our coverage of the 2019 Tri-To-Fit-It-In-Athlon, and of course, the Super Clopin. Almost ready to be done once we arrive home, take a quick nap, and head to work for yet the third time in this 24-hour period. If you'd like to join me on the next Try-To-Fit-It-In-Athlon, let me know. We can even do it on your day off. I won't judge you.